Hey guys, it is Alex and Sara James from Custom Crafted Vans, and today we're going to be talking about what you should look for from your van builder. It's going to be kind of a sit-down talking video, so strap in and get ready. We would like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.
So like Alex mentioned, this is going to be quite a long talking video. If talking videos aren't your thing, there's a link down below for a blog post that details out some of the same information. So we were inspired to make this video because someone in our van layout guide recently posted a van builder that they hired has had their van for over 8 months with no ETA on when the van is going to be done, and she said they didn't even sign a contract. Pretty shocking. So number one is make sure you have a detailed list of materials, a detailed quote, and a signed contract with your van builder before you ever drop off your van. You could sign the contract when you drop it off, that's fine, but make sure you know before you drop it off what you're actually getting. Again, they should be telling you everything that's going into your van, and they should be signing a contract with you to agree to whatever it is that you're doing to your van, how much it's going to cost, how long they think it's going to take. All of those details should be spelled out in a contract, as well as when they expect payments from you for your van build.
Nailed it. Yes, that is great on the documentation side. So secondly, and this is super important if you're thinking of becoming a van builder out there, insurance. What insurance does your builder have in place? Now, there's a couple things that you're looking for. Number one is a general liability policy. Those are super easy for anybody with an LLC to get a general liability policy for $1 million or $2 million. Now, what you want to make sure though is that your builder actually has a liability policy that covers them for van conversions. That's something that's very different, and it's a lot harder for somebody to find. If you're thinking of becoming a van builder, you need to find a good insurance agent who's going to be able to shop multiple markets for you in order to find you that policy. Second, you need to make sure that your van is covered while they have your van and they're doing the build. This is a very specific part of the insurance policy that is called a garage keeper's policy. This is what any automotive shop has to have, and it has to cover the total amount of vehicles and materials and equipment that a builder has in their shop. So right now we have one brand new Sprinter in here. It's about $60,000. Plus we've got about another $30,000 worth of parts, equipment, materials. So we have to have at least $100,000 worth of insurance for our shop right here. Now when we go to 7,000 square feet, that's going to go up quite a bit as we have more vans. So make sure they have a shopkeeper's policy in place that covers at least the amount of your van and the components that they're putting into your van. And you can totally ask the builder to provide proof of that. And if they can't, then you might want to find another builder.
And side note on that, if a builder is building in a driveway or somewhere outside, they are not insured, because an insurance company will not insure something that's sitting outside in a driveway. There's no way to get a garage keeper's policy, and full disclosure, we do pay about $1,000 a month for this insurance, so it is not cheap. You do want to make sure that your van builder has it, so that again, if a fire were to start and your van was in their shop, your van would be covered and you would be able to recoup that loss going through insurance. Yeah. Number three is having a realistic timeline, having updates, and making sure you have any changes documented. Now this is crucial. For us, we personally don't give a firm date right from the get-go. We give a general timeline for how long a van build is going to take. Now, if there are changes along the way, there should be a documented change order. And if there is an increase in cost because of that change, which most likely there will be because it's like an upgrade that you want to add, then that should be paid at the time of the change order, not later on. Again, this is something that should be documented, signed by both parties, so you're both on the same page, the changes are being made, so that at the end of the van build, you're like, wait, I said I wanted to do that. Well, if you didn't ever have a signed document saying this is what we're doing and changing, well then, again, there's nothing really to fall back on. It could have just been a miscommunication.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're documenting all of that, and sometimes changes can add to the timeline of your van build. So that should also be documented. If you're gonna change your whole layout or something crazy after you drop off your van, well then that could change when you're gonna pick it up. Now, when it comes to picking up, we again give a timeline, and you should be in communication with your van builder about this. Again, we don't give firm dates until we're almost at the end, and then we schedule a pickup.
Yeah.
That is something that you guys should figure out together.
And one reason for that is there are some long lead times on specific products.
A lot of stuff's back ordered
if you're doing like suspension work, or if you're doing roof rack, stuff like that takes a lot of time to get. And so be patient with your builder on that front. So, but number 4 is a user manual. Ask your builder to provide you with a user manual. And this is something that, honestly, to be quite honest, it took us a few builds to get there. But we did start providing all of our clients with user manuals. It's great if you just have it in a PDF form, so you can download it on your phone and you always have it with you wherever you go. And then you can also have a printed version in the van. But it should explain all of the systems in your van, how they work together, where shutoff valves are, where breakers are, where fuses are, how to troubleshoot issues, and regular maintenance that should be performed on your van. So ask your builder in the very beginning if they can provide a user manual, because if they haven't done that before, it might take a little bit of extra work and they might charge you a little bit for it. But to have all of that documented is well worth it, especially if you think about selling your van later on down the line.
Now, not only should they be providing you with a user manual, at the time of pickup, they should do a full walkthrough of your van showing you how every single thing works. It's a lot of information to take in all at once, which is why the user manual is great to have on hand, because that's the same kind of information your van builder should be going through with you at the time of pickup. And if you have any questions, you can always reference your user manual. A lot of the time at pickup, our clients actually film Alex on their phone while he's talking about the stuff, because pickup usually takes about 3 hours to walk through every little detail of the van, answer questions, go through test runs, try things out, have them get their hands dirty and, hook up their own hose, all of that. So we really try to do a hands-on experience at pickup. But again, it's a lot of information all at one time, especially if it's brand new information for you. So that is where the user manual is so important.
Yeah, I actually just had a consult call with someone yesterday who's picking up their van from their builder next week, and that was one of the questions she was asking is, what should I really make sure that I do when I pick up my van? And I told her, use everything. Either you plug in, turn on, run, test everything, or you have them do it so that you know everything is working before you drive off and drive 5 hours away or 2 days away or whatever.
They should really be doing that.
Yeah,
but yes.
You do it or they do it.
I feel like this is really good information for all the van builders out there. We're just giving free advice and business advice to all the van builders out there.
It's all stuff we've learned. Yep.
It is stuff that we, again, hear horror stories about, and it is very shocking and surprising to us how many van builders are out there that are not doing this stuff, that it should just be standard.
Number 5 is a warranty. Make sure that you find out from your builder what is the warranty that they provide with their build, and every builder is going to be different. And one of the challenges that you're going to run into is your builder might be on the other side of the country from you. So realistically, even if they are offering a great warranty, you have to be willing to go to them in order to make sure that the things that they're offering as a warranty can actually be taken care of. And if you're not willing to drive across the country or go to where they are, then again, maybe that's not the right builder for you, or you need to take some accountability and go, okay, if I'm working with this builder, I'm gonna make sure that I go back there for regular maintenance that they recommend, or for warranty items to be taken care of if something happens on my van. Every builder offers a different kind of a warranty. We offer a pretty specific warranty with our builds, and then we also offer an extended warranty on top of that. So that's just something to make sure to ask as you're going through the discovery phase with a builder and trying to decide if they are the builder for you. Make sure you ask them what is their warranty policy and if they offer any sort of an extended warranty.
And to add on that, vans cost money. A van conversion, yes, is a lot of money to get built, but you're still going to have to spend money in the future to maintain it, to fix anything that may arise in the future. Just like a car or a house, things take maintenance, issues come up, and you're gonna have to pay to have them fixed often. So just keep that in mind. It's not just a one and done, my van's done forever and it's good to go. There's a lot of moving parts. You need to be checking electrical and plumbing systems often if you have large systems in your van. Again, this is a moving vehicle. There's a lot moving around and shaking throughout the day. So just know that there are going to be things that can arise. Hopefully you have a great van builder and they are there to help you troubleshoot, even if you can't make it to them in person, or maybe there is a local van builder near you that you could go head to them and they could help diagnose any issues.
Yeah.
But again, it's a vehicle, it's like a house on wheels, so things are gonna come up. The biggest thing to do up front before you hire a van build, again, is ask all the questions in the world. Make sure everything is detailed, documented, exactly what you're getting, so that there's no miscommunications, there's no issues that arise, and you don't end up like someone in our group right now who the builders had their van for 8 months, they have no contract, they have nothing to fall back on. It's kind of scary out there right now.
Yeah.
Again, it's like the wild, wild west with van builders.
And one thing that we talk a lot about with clients is having a mutual respect. If there is not mutual respect between you and the client, then it's probably not going to be a good working relationship. Mm-hmm. Because believe it or not, we have built vans for people who honestly probably didn't even really like us. But
I think there was only one.
They liked a
Only
very
they're not.
specific van that we built, and so they hired us to build that van, and it wasn't a good process, it wasn't a good delivery.
We saw red flags up front.
And we saw red flags, and we
Yes.
should have stuck to that as a builder and said, you know, we're not a good fit.
Yes.
You should find somebody else to build.
Yes.
And so the onus is on the builders. Make sure you're building for people that you jive with, that you have a good communication with, and that there's definitely a mutual respect, and talk about that up front, be open
Definitely.
about it. And as a client, same thing. Work with a builder that you respect, not just somebody who can get you in on the timeline when you want to get your van done, because that's setting yourself up for failure. That's setting yourself up for a bad situation at the end.
100%. Alex and I have usually about 3 or 4 consult calls before we even book a client, because again, we want to get the idea from them that this is a good fit for both of us. Sometimes there have been clients who have come to us and they just weren't a good fit for us.
Yeah.
We knew that there would be tensions that might arise in the future. Again, we learned from one experience with a client that we should have taken those red flags we saw up front, that the working relationship wasn't going to be a good thing, and just said, not sure that we're a good fit for you. So sometimes you have to do that as a builder. Sometimes you have to do that as the client. You might reach out to a van builder, get on a couple calls with them, and decide, you know, I don't like their style, I don't like the way they're talking to me, I don't like the price, I don't like whatever it is, and find somebody else, interview some other van builders. So it's a process, take your time, it's expensive, so make sure you find somebody that fits in line with what your goals are, what your needs are, and again, same goes for the van builder.
Yep.
So that was a lot of information all at once. We put together a blog post with the same information, things to look out for, which is linked down below, which is actually built on Squarespace. You guys probably already know we absolutely love Squarespace because it makes it easy for people like us who aren't super crazy techie
And who don't have a ton of time.
don't have a lot of time to make a professional looking website, easily add blog posts, pictures, Amazon links, tags, categories. The whole site is searchable and it's all mobile responsive. We didn't have to do anything extra for you guys at home that click on the link down below on your cell phone. So,
Do you know how else we use Squarespace that ties in with this perfectly?
What?
You can build private web pages that are password protected through Squarespace.
True.
On our custom crafted website, I build a web page for every client as we're going through the design phase and list out every area of the build. And then when we're done with the layout and the design, then we add in the budget, and it's all right there where they can log in and see it at any time, and we can make live changes to it as we go through the design process. Very convenient. Thanks, Squarespace.
So if you want to try out Squarespace, head to squarespace.com for a free 2-week trial. When you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/40 hours for 10% off your purchase of a website or domain. Long video, we know. Hopefully
Time to get
this
back to
was
work.
helpful. We got to go build a van now, though.
Yeah. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Drop your questions or comments about finding a builder in the comments down below.
We'll
Thanks,
do our
guys.
best to answer them. We don't always get to them all, but we try to answer them, especially once this video is first posted. We check the comments more often. So
I gotta kill a fly.
it pays to be the early bird, or whatever the saying is. All right, see you guys next time.
I didn't get it.